Hello and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I am going to be drawing a dinosaur. A dinosaur. Going to be drawing a dinosaur. Specifically, a compy. You could draw it. Don't remember what compies actually look like. I drew one a couple days ago, and I'm going to use that drawing of one that I have as a reference. So I'll go ahead and put it up on screen right now if I can be bothered to do that. But that's what we're using as a reference. I drew that one in like 2 seconds. It took me like a minute to do. I was just seeing how little lines I could make a dinosaur out of. But we're going to try to turn that into an actual dinosaur. But I already want to start over. I'm pretty sure that's all compies have, like what the picture that I drew is. I think they have a pointier face than I drew, but I'm pretty sure everything else is correct. I can't say that for sure though, because I never actually knew what a compy looked like. The most I ever saw compies was when I watched Jurassic Park. Or World, or wherever the hell they showed up, I don't know. Alright, let's try and... Yep, that's fine. We're gonna try to get a body, because that's important. We need a body for the compy, because it's compy and needs a body. Dinosaurs need bodies. So we'll go ahead and give it a body like that. Then we'll go ahead and give it a leg. And how do its legs bend? Well, let's actually point it forward more, and then back. And then I just put one claw, but I'm pretty sure it has an actual foot with like 3 toes. Or 4. I don't know. I only put a claw because that's less lines. So I don't actually know what their feet look like. But we're going to do this instead because I think that's what they probably look like. I don't know. And we'll obviously give it a tail. I think they have relatively short tails. I don't know. And then we have to give it the arms. Now, what are the arms gonna look like? Well, they're gonna come from here. Then they're gonna go out here. And then they're gonna have the little hands right there. Here, 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 and there. He's beautiful. Doesn't he look just like a compy? I would say it looks like a dinosaur. Close enough. I could tell you that's a dinosaur and you'd believe me. We're going to try to make it actually look like a dinosaur now. Or like a compy. I don't think I'm going to get very detailed with this drawing, considering I genuinely don't know what a compy actually looks like, what the details are. But, I got tons of pencil shavings on my thing. But we're going to try to add detail to it. I'm just going to kind of go for like a small T-Rex or small Velociraptor face, kind of. Like pointed like that. That's what we're going to go for. Because I think... From what I remember, they have faces just like a Velociraptor or a T-Rex. Could be wrong about that though. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna go like this. Alright, how are we gonna do the bottom of the mouth? Should we give him a little bit of like an underbite kind of to like show that there's mouth? Or that's the wrong one. What do we do? The one that I drew, I gave a freaking mouth like that. Because that was the easiest thing to do at the time. I couldn't remember what they actually looked like. I could have looked up what the hell a compy looks like, but it's more fun this way. Yeah, sure, that looks compy enough to me, right? That's That looks like a compy. I don't know. His name is Chompy. Chompy. The compy. And the compy is very important, because if you just call him Chompy, it's not as not as rememberable as Chompy the compy, because of the whole rhyming thingy. Or does that rhyming? Is that what rhyming is? I don't know. With the whole saying the same thing, basically, it's like Peter Parker. If you just call him Peter, you might not remember his name as if they call name as well as if they called him Peter Parker. You understand? Cool. I'm gonna stop trying to explain stuff that I don't actually know. All right. I might not know. We don't want to make him have a big old fat back. A small body, and we're going to give him the tail that he has, because he's a beautiful little guy. And you know what? That's kind of cat-like, but we're gonna make him. Oh, you know, I should probably make this a lot wider, because that's how dinosaur tails work, right? They're not like kind of like cat and dog tails, where they're relatively the same thickness throughout. Don't they like start way bigger and get a lot smaller? Isn't that how they work? I don't know. I'm not really a huge dinosaur person. I like dinosaurs. I think they're cool. I'm just too lazy to research them and don't like them that much. I don't like them enough to like try to put some research into how they work and shit. But do actually plan on doing a prehistoric time comic one of these days, but to do that, obviously, I have to get better at drawing dinosaurs. And I need the other party in this little creation of the comic to also be here. And I also need to figure out how the hell to write a story. It's hard to write a story when the person you're trying to write a story with, both of you have very conflicting views on what the story should take place as, or do. Or you both like very different genres, is what I'm trying to say. It's much easier if you were to have someone who like shares the same vision in a story. You don't really have to compromise too much. You just kind of both understand, like, oh yeah, this is what you would want and stuff. That would be better. Probably. I don't know. I'm not a professional story writer. Like, the last story that I ever finished writing was when I was in, like, friggin' kindergarten. That's probably not true. I probably wrote some stories when I was, like, a lot younger. That's not the point. Keep drawing the frickin' compy. What a beautiful compy. What a beautiful Chompy the compy. I should totally find that story that I wrote in kindergarten. I wrote a story in kindergarten. It was like, I took a piece of cardboard, folded it in half, and drew a snake on it, and then you open it up, there's like 2 more pictures of a snake, and I called it a book. And I said I wrote a book. I do not remember anything about it. I remember that I made a 2. It was called Snakes. And then I made a Snakes 2, where it was the exact same thing, except slightly different. I need to find that. I'm sure my mom has it somewhere. Why do I keep trying to do that? Keep trying to point his, like, those parts of the hands out, or that part of the arm out. I need to point it this way. This way. We need to do a stick figure of where hand go. There we go. Okay, draw hand like that. Okay, draw arm like that. Yes, you draw arm like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Now you understand what you're supposed to do. Now you understand. Is beautiful. Okay. Now we make tiny linies. Except for my tiny linies are over there, and I'm not actually doing the tiny linies. I'm doing smaller pencil. I haven't used my tiny linies in a very long time. I should use them again. I should like finish a drawing with tiny linies again. I really like it when I do that, but I just haven't in a while because I'm lazy. What did I draw yesterday? I could have done it yesterday with the swords, but I also went to bed like right after I did that video, so I guess it makes sense that I didn't with those, but actually, I mean, I went to bed like an hour after I did that video, but that was, I posted it, brushed my teeth, and got ready for bed, I guess. It's not important, though. Look at Chompy the Compy. He looks, he definitely looks. Definitely not going to put him with the other dinosaurs. I'm going to keep his little original design. That's kind of the point I was doing this. I have other pictures of dinosaurs, but those are secret. Why? Because. But he's not going to go with them. His little original one's going to stay. Because this little original one is better for the purpose that they exist for. Alright, and what is that purpose? Who knows? But I'll post the drawing when it's done. I'm gonna have to draw a friggin' background. I don't even know how to draw backgrounds. This is bullshit. I mean, not for this, for something else. I'm just complaining about other stuff now. Yeah, there's his little arm. There's his other little arm that looks a little off. Isn't he beautiful? He looks kind of stupid, but it's also kind of funny. I like him. Is there like any other detail that I could really add to him? I don't know exactly what details they have. Do they have feathers? No, I don't think so. I mean, technically, compys probably didn't even look like this, right? Because this is like a skin wrapped of the bones. And there's like no fat on it whatsoever, and I must call it a monstrous. Dinosaurs probably had fat on them. I guess I could like kind of shade him a little bit, or throw my pencil, you know, whatever. Darker colors on the back, and then lighter the farther we go down. The opposite of how I did the original Chompy. The original Chompy I did darker on the bottom, but that was actually an accident. I wasn't paying attention. But that's fine. I made that same accident on all the others. Ow, that hurts my back. Laying in that position, we're not going to do that because I don't want to hurt my back. Yeah. Look at Chompy the Compy. He's really coming to life or something. There we go. It looks good. It looks... You understand? He's a little Chompy. Chompy the Compy, and he's Chompy and the Compy. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. That's the Chompy the Compy theme song. It's beautiful. I want to even this out a little bit more. And then get that tail over here. And then maybe darken the very edge of it a decent amount for effect. And it's beautiful. Look, isn't he beautiful? There's like no detail in his eye whatsoever, and that's because I don't know what I'm doing with a freaking dinosaur eye. There we go, there's a little bit. Okay, I'm done now. Bye-bye.